Now, my guest this week is a professional adventurer. He swam, cycled and ran the entire length of Great Britain, earning the nickname the British Forrest Gump.
I'm an endurance adventurer who lives on a boat. I got the bug for adventure when I first cycled Land's End to John O'Groats. It took me a month to cycle it, and the record's 44 hours, so I really was bad at cycling. 5 years later, I was looking for something else to do, and I came across the idea of swimming Land's End to John O'Groats, thinking it had been done, and it turns out no one had even attempted a length of Britain swim. What was meant to be 2 months landed up being 4.5 months. I remember getting to the end thinking, right, that's it, I'm done. But then a few months went by and I just thought, I've got to do the run now, don't I? The first person in history to have done a length of Britain triathlon.
Please welcome Sean Conway! Pleasure. What? Fits?
Yes!
There you go, that's never happened on the show before.
People mistake me for George Clooney all the time.
Yeah.
It's really annoying. Yeah.
That and Lionel. I'm fascinated by you. I find you very interesting.
Oh, thank you very much.
What I want to know is, I'm sort of envious, but why do you do what you do? Because it's kind of amazing and crazy at the same time.
Well, I started off doing it because I turned 30 in 2011 and was miserable with the life I'd set up for myself.
Yeah.
So I sold my business for £1 and then spent £4 on the frame to frame the pound. So I was minus £3 from day one and just thought, you know, I just need to... There's more to life than just earning money.
Yeah.
Whereas actually, if you focus your life on experiences and purpose and things like that, you lead a happier and more successful life, I think. And so I thought of swimming the length of Britain, thinking, oh, surely it's been done. It lands in John O'Groats, such an iconic route. I went straight online and thought, oh, who's done it before me? I'll be the fastest person. And soon found out no one had even attempted it. So...
Presumably, there is a moment, you know, where you get stung by a jellyfish when you find yourself thinking, money's all right.
Yeah, so when I did the swim, I was getting stung on the face by jellyfish a lot. And I soon realised where I had a beard, I wasn't getting stung as much.
So that's why you grew the beard?
So that's why I grew the beard. I grew the beard to shield my face from jellyfish stings.
So who knew that? So jellyfish hate beards?
Yeah, well, ironically...
They don't go anywhere near... They don't go to Shoreditch, they hate it.
And also, there's an urban myth on what fixes jellyfish stings.
I've heard that, yeah. It's getting weed on, isn't it?
Yeah, it does not work and was very embarrassing, considering I got stung on the face.
So they were weeing on your face?
We kind of used a cloth. It was my own as well, not the crew.
See, that's what I'm getting at. Surely at that moment you think money's better than this. So, how long did it take?
I thought it would take 2 months. It took 4.5.
4.5 months of just swimming?
I mean, there were days where I couldn't swim because of the bad weather, so big storms in Scotland nearly sank the boat.
And your brain never just occasionally went mad? Like, you never just found yourself thinking...
Oh, every day.
Weird
Especially the night sessions. You get in because it's all tidal, so you've got to swim with the tide. Wow. But I swear this happened at Cape Wrath. As I was going around the top, I'm swimming along, and there's this bird swimming below me. And it looks at me and it winks. And this happened.
No, it didn't.
It definitely happened. 100% this happened.
Oh, no.
It winked at me, and it's swimming, and then it swam to the surface, got up, popped out, and then it flew away. And I got out of the water, and the girl in the kayak, Em, I was like, did you see that? She's like, no, mate, it definitely happened.
Oh, I love that.
And then 5 minutes later, this massive storm came in. The kayak capsized, the rib capsized, and we nearly
And a fish went, come with me, I'll protect you with the coral.
It definitely happened.
They didn't, mate. I love you. I find it really interesting, but that's a breakdown. A seagull came along and went, hello. Although it is interesting when you form bonds. Like, when I mean, it's a similar kind of thing. I used to have a paper round, it's 3 miles long, so I feel and know your pain. And I used to get so bored on that, I used to chat to the... do you know the wood pigeons? That... I used to... Yeah, I used to do that too. See, yeah, but no, I've never met anyone that's tried to have a chat with wood pigeons. I normally trumpet, but you know how actually to do it. I just used to go, and then you pull out, actually, what you do is this.
Wait.
What do you think he was trying to tell you? Good on you, mate.
There was a storm coming, I think.
There's a storm
Yeah, I know, a very odd way of saying that.
Surely, storm!
Yeah.
Fucking storm! You're really fit.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, no,
the other thing I find interesting about you, there's so much stuff. You climbed Mount Kilimanjaro.
Yes.
It's a fantastic thing to have done.
Yeah.
But you didn't do it in an ordinary fashion.
No. So, Mount Kilimanjaro, highest freestanding mountain in the world. There were 7 of us, all my mates, all said, right, let's go up. In the pub, and I swear this
Just
happened.
that night you left?
Yeah, literally, you're like, right, let's go. And I'm pretty sure we all agreed to wear penguin suits and waddle up for charity. So the next morning, I went and bought my penguin suit, and we all flew out, and I got my penguin suit, and they were like, we're joking, mate. I was like, oh, what? I've told everyone. And once you tell 3 people, then you can't go back.
Yeah.
So I waddled up Kilimanjaro in a penguin suit.
How extraordinary is that?
And,
the entire... exactly, it's incredible. I love it.
I even had the yellow feet and everything. It was quite hard. But I felt really bad for everyone with their altimeters and crampons. And...
Do you know what I feel bad for? The other people climbing.
Yeah.
Altitude sickness. They look over and they're like, oh, my God, there's a penguin. With a really big beard.
Yeah, I know. I was worried about that because I didn't want to devalue other people's attempts. But actually, it had the reverse effect. People were kind of like, bloody hell, if a bloody penguin can do it, I can do it. And then they would, like, get up and march up.
And you did it? You made it all the way?
Yeah, I summited twice because my one mate got altitude sickness and he was far behind. So on my way back down, I turned around and carried him up again.
How lovely is that? So a penguin carried a man up. That's the most beautiful thing I've ever heard. So it's this lovely image of you just... Would you ever... Actually, I was going to ask you about this, right? When you were jogging, have you ever sort of run into weirdos? Because I've run... No, genuinely. I did the Bath half marathon, right? Did that, and a lady, this is not making such, about 60, was behind me, kind of looking at my arse, genuinely going, that's what I call good news. And hit my arse, right? So, I'm curious, do you... Because Britain is full of wild and interesting people. Have you run into any of those?
Amazing. I love everyone in Britain. I love doing adventures here because you get quite a few lock-ins. Those are quite fun.
Yeah, of course.
During my run, I have a Welsh mate who tweeted me and said, oh, mate, you know, you can't run Britain and not come to Wales. I was like, ah, damn it, you're right. And I'd already planned to be in Bristol the following day, so I had to run 40 miles to have a pint with a Welshman. So I got to this pub and
don't tell me it was closed.
No, it was 5 to 11, so I thought I'll get, you know, at least one pint in with Matt. And the landlord was like, no, don't worry, lock in, it's fine. I was like, oh, great, you know, 1 o'clock. 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
Eventually, 5:30, the sun's coming up. We're like, right, let's go to sleep. Slept for a few hours, 8 o'clock in the morning, got up, had a fry-up and ran a marathon.
Oh, that is amazing. Right, one last question. What is next for you? Desk job?
Yeah. I'm planning a really, really long Ironman. So I've done the swim, cycle and run, but all independently. So in my mind, I've planned this really long Ironman, which a normal Ironman takes 15 hours. Yeah. My one is 3 months.
Shit.
Somewhere there. I'll do the Forrest Gump thing, but now with all disciplines.
Nice. Well, I tell you what, how amazing was that? Ladies and gentlemen, the wonderful Sean Conway. Thank you so much for coming.